Hey girlies, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be testing a couple new products, mostly the Lion King collection with Sir John. But I also have like this new foundation from Benefit called Hello Happy. I think they already have a foundation called Hello Happy, but this is a new version. The only thing is they only sent me one shade. When brands do this, it's like, I hope you've guessed right, because I don't know, I wish they sent like 2 or 3 shades that they think would be you, because then you can at least decide and have options. But when they send one, I'm like, oh my god, please work. I also have this Too Faced Damn Girl mascara. Like, it's the largest mascara I've ever seen in my life. No, I'm joking guys, this is the tube that it came in, and then the mascara is actually like inside. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna of course start with the foundation. So this is called the Hello Happy Flawless Brightening Foundation, and they've sent me shade number 10. So they have written some claims of the foundation on here, so I'm gonna read it to you guys. So it retails for £26. It's available on benefitcosmetics.com, launching in June. I have already checked the website this morning and it hasn't launched yet. Photochromatic pigments adapt to brighten skin in any lighting, flower acids to help boost radiance, hyaluronic acid to help skin stay hydrated. They also have a powder, by the way, this one down here, and that's also in the shade number 10. It says Velvet Powder Foundation, breathable, velvety smooth, dual coverage powder foundation, includes a brush and a sponge. Oh, okay. Brush for light coverage or sponge for medium to full coverage. It has shea butter extracts for a luxurious smooth feeling, 12-hour wear, natural satin finish. So both the liquid and the powder foundation are 12-hour wear and natural satin finish. The powder also retails for £26. So both of them together, if you wanted to buy it, that's over £50. So £52 I think. That's a lot of money for a foundation and a powder, but it says it's available in 12 shades, 3 light, 5 medium and 4 deep. Okay, so this is what the bottle looks like. Looking at it, it does look like a good shade for me. It just looks very, very warm, like very orange. I do prefer neutral olive type of undertones. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pump that straight onto my face. I'm gonna do 1 pump on each side, and I'm just gonna stamp that in with the brush. Yeah, it does look like a good shade, but it is just very like warm tone, very red and orange. God, I hope this doesn't oxidize. So far the coverage is definitely looking like a light medium. I don't think this is the color for me. Seems to be blending out really well. Okay, so 2 pumps wasn't enough to do my whole face. I don't have enough product for my forehead, so I'm gonna do like half a pump on my forehead. So I think we all know 12 shades is not a great foundation line, but because they have kind of spread the shades evenly, so we've got 3 light, 5 medium, 4 deep, you can kind of get away with it, but 12 shades in my opinion is just not enough. But as for how the foundation looks, very orange right now, but it's definitely a medium coverage. I like the way it's sitting on the skin. It's very skin-like. It's not too dewy, but it's not matte either, so if you have like normal skin, you might really like this. And because it has hyaluronic acid, which is very hydrating, if you have dry skin, you might really like this as well. So I'm just going to top it with the NARS Sheer Glow, just so I can get extra coverage but also the right shade. So you see how the shade is just kind of like neutralizing it a little bit. So now we're going to move on to the Lion King collection with Sir John and the brand called Luminous Cosmetics. So this is the PR box, but it is available to purchase as well. I believe it comes out on the 15th of June. So you can buy the box for like $250, which is a lot. This is an American brand, by the way. I don't believe this collection can be purchased in the UK. Like, you can buy it from their website and ship it over, but you might get, you know, shipping charges, custom charges, all of that stuff. So anyways, this is in collaboration with Sir John, as you can see there, which is Beyonce's makeup artist. So super happy for him. And of course the Lion King movie is actually coming out in July, and that actually features Beyonce as well. Super excited to see that. I'm actually low-key happy that, you know, Disney are giving other brands a chance to collaborate with them on movie stuff, not just MAC all the time, you know. So the 2 palettes at the top, the highlighter and one of the lipsticks here, I have used in an Instagram video, which is why they're not in their boxes, but this is the packaging on the inside. So what you get in this collection, and everything is available to purchase individually if you do want to just buy one thing, but bear in mind this is not a drugstore brand. The prices are a bit up there. Like the eyeshadow palette, I believe, is £45. The highlighter is $45. The highlighter is $40. The highlighter is my favorite bit out of the collection, and it is really, really expensive. I do wish it was like $30, you know, that's a bit more reasonable. But $40 for a highlight, oh my god, but it's so beautiful. They do also have a sculpting palette, which I think is really inclusive. Like every single person, almost every person can get a like sculpting contour shade out of this palette, which I love, because you know, if it was a collaboration with another brand, that would not happen. By the way, this collection was gifted to me, so thank you so much Luminous and Disney and Sir John for sending this to me, but this is not sponsored. So they have a tinted lip balm, and this is in the shade Hakuna Matata. This is what the packaging looks like. So it's in like a pencil form. It has really nice packaging. I do feel like I could have done without this in the collection. It's very, very sheer, just a lip balm basically. I just don't see myself getting much use out of this. When I do use a lip balm, I do prefer it to be slightly red tinted, just because that suits me the best. Now everything else in the collection I absolutely love. This liquid lipstick, guys, it's a gorgeous shade. It's in the shade Trouble, and it's like this nudie peachy caramel brown, which you guys know I love. These type of shades I wear every single day. It suits multiple skin tones. The formula of this, I didn't really notice it drying down when I used it, so it doesn't go to like a super dry matte. It's more of like a comfort matte. The packaging on this is absolutely gorgeous. It's got like the lion face. It's black with gold detailing. It says the Lion King on the side and Sir John X Luminous Cosmetics. Really, really nice packaging. I believe these are $25. They do also have another shade. This one's like a deep dark red, and this is called Romantic Atmosphere. So like I said, this one is like a deep dark red. I personally haven't used this one on the lips, but it's very pigmented, and I assume it's a very similar formula to the other shade. Then we have two bullet lipsticks. So let's start with the coral red type of shade. This is called Lion's Mane. Once again, the packaging on these lipsticks, absolutely stunning. Trying to get it so you guys can see, but it keeps reflecting my lights. But it's like a black with gold detailing. I love the lion on it, and this is what the color looks like. So it's kind of like a corally orange red type of color. Okay, so it seems to be like a matte finish. I'm not noticing creaminess from that, and that definitely is coming off like an orange red. Out of the two, I do prefer this tone of red on my skin tone personally. The darker the red, the better it suits me. And the other bullet lipstick is like a pinky nude. This is called Pounce, and I can definitely see myself using this shade with certain looks, maybe topped with a lip gloss as well. So this one's like a cool tone pinky nude, and that is that there. Now moving on to one of my favorite products in this collection. This is the Circle of Life highlighter, and look at the packaging, guys. Like, this is the actual packaging, not the box. And then once you open it up, I've been using this a lot recently. Like, I used it in the Instagram video, but then I've also been using it in like my everyday life. So this is like a gorgeous gold that will suit multiple skin tones. I did watch a video with Sir John explaining this highlight, and he basically said if you have deeper skin tones like mine and darker, then you can use it as a standard highlight. But if you are really fair and light, you can use it in kind of like the bronzer blusher area, and it will give you like a slight bronze but also like a highlight at the same time, if you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and swatch this. It feels super smooth and it sits on the skin beautifully. So I'm just gonna swatch that for you here. Like, look at that. It is absolutely stunning. Definitely one of my favorites out of the collection, but it is $40 like I said, so it is, you know, expensive. Another one of my favorites from this collection is the Can't Wait to Be Queen. I was gonna say clean. Can't Wait to Be Clean. Can't Wait to Be Queen 12-piece eyeshadow palette. This is what the packaging looks like. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if that's Nala on the front. It probably is. And then these are the shades on the inside. So it does come like with a reflective gold, high quality, high end type of packaging. It does have a mirror on the inside, full size mirror. And then these are the shades. I think they've done wonderful with the shades because they're shades that everyone would use. They haven't gone too crazy, but they haven't gone way too neutral. It will work for multiple skin tones. They've got like a deep dark brown in there. They've got a warm tone brown and like a transition brown. They've got these two lighter browns as well. This one's kind of peachy. Love the blue, green and the purple. They've also got a couple neutral shimmers over here. So I think today I might go down the purple route because I did do the green last time. I just love this palette and I think they've absolutely killed the shade selection. Like, compared to all of the other Disney collaborations, this is the only type of one that stood out to me that I would actually think, yeah, that's cute, I would buy that. And then last but not least for this collection, guys, we have the Sculpting Palette. So this one has Mufasa, Simba, I'm not quite sure which one is on there, but the man lion, you know, the male lion. So this is called the Kingdom 6-piece Sculpting Palette. Very similar packaging to the eyeshadow palette with the reflective inside, and as you can see, I've used this shade. So the fact that I've used this shade but there is a deeper shade, you know, that it would work for multiple skin tones. You've got shades in here for fair, light, you know, medium, deep dark. There's a shade in here for everyone. They're not meant to bronze, they are meant to just create a little bit of shadow, which is why they are all kind of cool tone. This one is a little bit warm tone, I suppose, but for me this definitely is a contour palette. But he says it's not a contour palette, it's a sculpting palette, which is like contour 2.0, I think he said. But just think about it, guys. Think about all of the other Disney collaborations and the bronzers and stuff they've come out with. They wouldn't even show up on my skin tone. So the fact that they've done this, I'm actually really impressed. Okay, so now that we're done talking, we're just gonna go ahead and jump straight into using it. So I'm gonna start with eyeshadow. Of course, I'm gonna quickly prime my eyes. So in this palette, I do feel like they've played it very safe with the mattes. They've gone for matte transition shades that will suit multiple skin tones and you can use every single day. The only mattes that I probably don't see myself using, I'm sorry if I'm blinding you with this packaging, is this one and this one, just simply because they're so light for my skin tone, they won't really show up as a transition. This is the one that I use as a transition, and then I go in with this one and then deepen with this one. By the way, this shade is shimmer and also this shade is shimmer. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this shade here. They do have names. It's called King. Now this shade is not gonna show up much because it is very similar to my skin tone, but I just need it to help the other shades blend. I might just do one eye on camera to save time because I feel like I was talking for ages to explain the whole collection to you guys. I don't want this video to be like 40 minutes long. But yeah, as you guys can see, that shade is beautiful as a transition for me. So next I'm going to go into African Clay, which is this shade here. And this shade is also going into the crease. I'm just tapping first and then I will blend after. It's so funny, when I got this package, I was like to my boyfriend, you know, Beyonce sent me this package. He was like, really? I was like, no, it was a makeup artist, but you know. So even this mid-tone brown just shows up beautifully. It has a slight red undertone, which I actually really like. So even if you were going for like a daytime look, you could just leave it like this with just these two browns. But I do want to deepen it slightly, so I'm going to go into Pride Rock, which is the darkest brown in this palette. I'm going to start it on the outer V. And can you guys see how deep and dark that is? Perfect. So that is the smoky eye with the 3 matte shades, super blendable, really pigmented, gorgeous palette. So on the lid, I'm gonna go into this gorgeous purple called Sire. I'm gonna take it on my finger. They are super pigmented. It looks like it has a slight reflect of blue in there. Going back to a dab more of that deepest, darkest brown just to blend it into the purple here on the outer edge. So yeah, guys, that is the eye look. Super easy to achieve. This palette is really easy to work with. Like I said, you could just swap out the purple for the green or the blue shimmer, or you could go in with the copper or the gold. Like, you could easily create so many eye looks with this palette. So I'm gonna go quickly do the other eye and then I'll come back so we can apply concealer and all of that good stuff. Okay guys, so I was just about to put on my mascara and lashes, and then I remembered I actually have to test the new mascara. So this is the new Too Faced Damn Girl mascara, and it came in this humongous like tube. So the actual mascara looks exactly like the tube. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this huge tube now, but yeah. So this is the mascara, and I think the one looks so similar to the Better Than Sex mascara, but it seems to pick up a lot more product. Let me get the Better Than Sex mascara actually to compare. So I hope you guys can see, like, they're very, very similar, but Damn Girl seems to be like covered in product. So anyways, let's just go ahead and try this mascara. The wand is humongous, and yeah, it definitely seems to be loading the product onto my lashes, which I actually really like. Like, I don't like mascaras that I have to keep digging and diving for 10 layers of product. I do like it to kind of load the lashes straight away. So far, so good. Like, this looks really, really nice. It's definitely lengthened my lashes, thickened the root. Can't complain, you know. The only thing I would say is if you do have really short lashes, it might be a little bit difficult for you to use this brush because the brush is literally humongous. So that is one eye done. I hope you guys can see the difference. It looks really nice so far. So I'm gonna quickly go put some lashes on and I'll be back. back. Okay, lashes on. Now I'm going to concealer, inner corner, concealer. Let's do concealer. So I got these two Born This Way super coverage concealers. Now you guys know I love this concealer from Too Faced. I use the shade Warm Sand and Maple for my face, but they did come out with 15 new shades, so I got these two, Sable for contour and Caramel for like my face or for like underneath my eyes. So I thought I'd just try them because they're new. So this is what Sable looks like a really nice contour shade for me. Is it warm tone or neutral? It's pretty neutral in terms of undertone. And then this is the shade Caramel. Oh, okay, that's pretty light. Yeah, that's like a neutral, very light shade. Let me show you what I usually use. So underneath my eyes I go in with Warm Sand, which is like a warm shade, as you can see. And then for like my face I go in with Maple, which is this shade here. So yeah, I do kind of prefer the shades that I already have, apart from the contour. I love the fact that I got a deeper shade to contour with, but when it comes to Caramel or Warm Sand, I still want to stick with Warm Sand because that neutral undertone might pull grey on my skin tone. So I think I'm just going to stick with Warm Sand and put that underneath my eyes. I think it's good that they're adding to the line because it is such an amazing concealer. Like honestly, I haven't met someone that doesn't like this concealer, and I think now they have like 30 shades, which for a concealer is really, really good. So I'm going to go in with Warm Sand underneath my eyes and like in the center of my face. I would go in with the contour shade, but I don't feel like I need to contour today because I'm going to powder contour already and my foundation is pretty like warm red as it is. So I think I'm just going to highlight today and we'll save contouring for another day. Now what I like to do with this concealer is just let it sit for like 30 seconds to a minute, not too long, but I just want to give it like a second to dry down so it's extra pigmented. And then I'm just going to begin to dab that in with my sponge. Like you guys can see the coverage of this concealer. Oh, I get questions on this sponge all the time. This is the e.l.f. I think it's called Spatial Sponge. I think it's called. Really, really soft, really, really nice. I've been using it like every day. And then blending out underneath my eyes. So brightening, like look at the coverage. So now of course it is time to set, and I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder, and I'm just gonna press that in underneath the eyes. Okay, so now that that is set, we're actually going to go in with the new Hello Happy Velvet Powder Foundation from Benefit, and this is what the shade looks like. And I'm just going to start by dabbing that onto the bronzer areas. I always do that with powder just in case the powder's too deep. I just start on the bronzer areas and then work my way everywhere else. I think it is working, so I'm just going to dab that all over my face. It is setting my face really well, so I could definitely see myself using it again. It is like really bulky though, because of course it has the sponge and the brush underneath it, because the actual powder is like really thin, but you know, yeah. Okay, so before I go in and contour, I'm going to finish the rest of my face. I'm going to take a little bit of eyeliner on my waterline. Did I say I was going to finish off the rest of my face? I meant my eyes. I was going to finish the rest of my eyes. This brown here and then this brown on my lower lash line, and just buff that out. So I think for this look, I'm going to go into Landscape, which is this pinky champagne colour. And I'm just going to put that straight onto the inner corner. I think it will go with the purple really nicely. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Okay, so now it's time to go in with the Kingdom Sculpting Palette. I'm going to take this shade in the middle, which is called Pumba. And I'm just going to push that into the hollows of my cheeks. Like, can you guys see that colour already? It's perfect for contouring. It's not a warm shade. It is like a cool tone contour shade. And also underneath my chin. So I'm going to take my sponge, no extra product, and just dab underneath that contour line to clean it up a little bit. Do you see how sharp that is? Wow. I still want to go in and bronze a little bit with like a warmer shade, but for contour that has given me a very sharp definition compared to this side, which of course has nothing on it. You can barely see I've got a cheekbone there, but on this side it's like bam. And then down the sides of my nose I'm going to go into this shade here in the middle called Mala. Yeah, this shade's perfect for down my nose. So now I'm going to take this Kat Von D powder. This is Deep 205 and it has that warm tone shade. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this to just bronze up the face, you know, make it a little bit more warm. Okay guys, so we are nearly at the end. We just need to do the highlight and the lips. So I'm going to go into, of course, the Circle of Life highlighter. So I'm going to take some on my brush. This is the Morphe M501 brush. And I'm going to start with my nose. And then look at that. Oh my gosh. And it's not texturizing. It's just so, woo, I've gone crazy. It's just such a gorgeous gold. Stunning. Wow. And this is another thing that I love about the highlight. You can't see it on my face because it's not texturizing. It's not too light. But as soon as I turn, it just hits the light like bam. Bam. Boom. I love this highlight. I honestly love it. Okay, now for lips, because I used the liquid lipstick in Trouble for my Instagram video, so feel free to check that out if you want to see this in action. I want to go in with the Bullet lipstick. I think I'm going to go with the pinky one because it will go nice with the purple on my eyes. But first I need a lip liner. Actually, let me just apply a little bit so you guys can see like the shade of it alone. So it is like a pinky nude. I'm going to take this lip liner from NYX in the shade Cold Brew. Like that. Now we can go in with the lipstick. Okay, so that is how it looks with the lip liner and the lipstick. Such a gorgeous pinky nude. It feels super comfortable on the lips. It does appear to have a matte satin finish. It's not like really creamy where it looks glossy, but it's not matte either where it's like, you know. Okay guys, so that is it. I'm just going to quickly spray my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter. I think this is the summer limited edition. I don't know if it's limited edition, but this is the summer spray. It's called Summer Solstice. Okay guys, so here we have the finished look. I know my top doesn't really go with the look, but we're just going to ignore it, okay, because I'm not changing. But this is the final look. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know your thoughts on all of the products and the Lion King collection. I think this is one of the best collaborations that Disney has done. Sir John has absolutely killed this collection. It's inclusive, it's fun, it's colourful yet wearable, and I'm obsessed, okay? So make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Take care. Bye.